Hello everyone, my name is Gissel and today I'm doing my best friend's nails. So this is my second time ever doing her nails. I didn't get to record the first time because, like I said in my previous video, I like to focus all my energy in doing the nails instead of trying to focus on recording and doing the nails. So today I was like, let me give it a shot. I have to learn how to somewhat multitask in that sense, but it's a work in progress, as you'll be able to see throughout the video. So I already pushed back her cuticles, took out all the dead skin, and I dehydrated her nails with some Swipe from Young Nails. I also put Protein Bond on each nail twice, and that is also from Young Nails. And the acrylic that she wanted was an orange one that I recently got from iGel Beauty, and it's called Orange You Happy, which is such a cute name. This acrylic has somewhat of a shimmer, and you'll be able to see it throughout the video. It's not super shimmery acrylic, but it does have a hint of it. So if you're really looking up close, like, oh, let me see your nails, like, you'll definitely see the shimmer. But if you're like seeing them from afar, you'll only catch it when the light hits it correctly or something. So the orange that I bought, I thought was going to be more of a creamsicle color. It's just a plain orange in my opinion. Not plain like it's ugly, but like it's just orange. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just the color orange, and it's a really nice color. The formula for this acrylic is really good. It blends into each other and it melts right in. There is no lumpiness. I didn't get any marbling or anything like that, so I really enjoyed this acrylic. I hope you guys can see that throughout the video. Also, I do want to mention that the lighting in this video is going to be extremely off. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm working on getting a desk lamp. The lighting situation is really stressing me out. Like, it'll be sunny outside and I'm working with two big windows and it's just not bright enough inside. I don't know if that makes sense, but something about the shade, the lighting, I don't know. So then I'll turn on the light in general in the room, because I technically don't need to since it's bright outside, but I turn on the light in the room. It doesn't really make a difference because obviously sunlight is brighter than any light. So then I put my ring light and then I have shadows because the ring light isn't overhead, because if I put the ring light overhead, it'll definitely hit me in my head. Again, if you saw my previous video, it did hit me in my head last time. My mom tripped over the cord and she was fine because like she tripped over it, but she didn't like literally fall. Anyways, and the overhead light, like the ring light just fell on my head and I had to keep on working with it, whatever. Anyways, not the point. The lighting's gonna be really off, so excuse me. I do leave footage that is actually like in focus or in frame or has decent lighting, because to add on to that, I told my best friend to look at my monitor, but she was too distracted by the TV, because how I have my setup is that the person that I'm doing their nails could look at the TV while I'm doing their nails so they could be distracted. So she was distracted watching this movie, so she wasn't even checking the camera monitor, so I was left to try to see if I was in focus or in frame or whatever, and also the lighting. But I'm trying to also focus on her nails because I know she's gonna like bitch at me if they come out weird, because she's my best friend. Of course she's gonna tell me like the honest truth, like if they look wonky or whatever. So excuse the lighting and excuse if I go out of focus. You know, like I said, I'm gonna focus more on the nails than on the actual video because I think the nails are obviously more important. But anyways, the lighting is a little weird, but I think for the most part you can see what's going on. So I hope that doesn't bother you guys too much. Yet again, I'm working on it, sorry. But I also blame her for not checking the monitor for me, because that was her one job. So for the white, I am using Kiara Sky's Pure White. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the white was like slow setting, I guess you can say. Well, I mean, I had the AC on because I was pretty hot. It's like 90 something degrees the day that she came. More like 80 something, but I was burning. So I was like, I have to have the AC on because I was sweating bullets. The white was like moving around a lot, and this is probably, I would say, like my fourth time working with this white, because I tried using it for an ombre another time, and something about it just comes out very like lumpy, like not smooth in my opinion. And you'll be able to see that when I try to do the ombre effect on her index finger. So as you can see right there, it is still a wet bead and I'm there dragging it like an idiot. But I don't know, something about it, like maybe it's just a slow setting powder, or my room already got cold. I don't know. But right here I'm just adding Ap-Peach-Iate from Kiara Sky's new glitters, and it has a hint of orange, yellow, a little bit of pink. It's such a gorgeous color, so we decided to go for a glitter ombre effect with the white. But as you can see, the white, like I said, is a little lumpy. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I hope you guys can see what I see. I mean, I obviously saw it in person, but it just looks a little weird. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I end up capping it in clear because it is an ombre effect and I didn't want to use too much white because I felt like it was making the glitters look weird. Like, I don't know if you can see, like, I packed some white on top of the glitters because I dragged it down way too much, but I needed more white because it wasn't as opaque since the bead was still kind of wet. I'm not a huge fan of the white. That's the only one from Kiara Sky that I can honestly say is like weird. Maybe I'm working with it weird, I'm not sure, but I'll keep using it. It's still a really, really gorgeous white, and it's really, really opaque in the sense that, like, when it's actually on, as you can see now, see, the bead is kind of too wet. Maybe I wasn't draining the bead out enough or taking out as much monomer as I should have, and sorry that it's a little bit out of focus. But like I said, I was trying to mainly work on the nail, and especially because I felt like the white wasn't working with me that well, I was focusing mainly on the nail. Like, it has pigment, don't get me wrong, it has pigment. It's just, I guess white is such a strong color to work with that it's hard to work with. Does that make sense? I remember going to the nail salons, and when I would want white, they would be like, oh, go to her. And her meaning like the head honcho, like the lady that knew nails the best, the one that would not mess up if she did like strong colors like black or white. So I guess I see their point now. So as you can see, there's like slight shimmer, and I do apologize for me being out of focus and for the lighting changing a little bit. But you can see the shimmer, and it's like a really light gold shimmer. It's really nice. When the light hits it just right, you can see it, but it's not super, super noticeable like I said. But I'm pretty sure you can see it now a little bit, especially if you add gloss. If it was matte, I think you wouldn't notice as much. And yet again, please forgive me for getting out of frame. I do try to get back in frame, but for the most part, for this middle finger, I was definitely out of frame. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was gonna show you guys how I capped all the colored nails, but as you could tell, I was getting out of frame, so I just cut that right out. Anyways, I'm using my Kiara Sky 100 grit to file and shape the nails. So yeah, the first file that I ever used from them was definitely a flop because I enjoy this one very much, and this is the second one that I opened, and it's nothing like the other one. Like I said, the other one felt like it had no grit. This one definitely, you could feel it, and it actually does something. The other one literally felt like, I don't know, like I had a wax over it or something. I don't know. Anyways, my mind has changed about it, and I'm filing her nails into a tapered square shape. So here I am using my Kiara Sky portable nail drill and a safety bit in fine grit. So I know you can't really see the pinky all that much, so sorry about that. I'm still working on how it best focuses and how my hand won't get in the way. So I do decide to leave both hands in this video while I'm like e-filing because I wanted you guys to see this white. It was such a weird like process to file it because I don't know, like it seemed like it wasn't dry yet, but it was. I don't know, it was coming off very chunky even though I was using a fine grit bit. Anyways, here I am just filing around the cuticle because I couldn't really get that precise with a hand file. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to notice this, but while I'm filing her middle finger, I do take a couple of pauses to see what's the better angle for me to file. So I do ask her to turn her hand so that I can file the right side a little better because there was a shadow on that side since my ring light was on the left and the angle was just off. I don't know. So I just asked her to turn over her hand, which was a huge help. So here I am just buffing the nails with Kiara Sky's buffer block, which has 80 grit and 100 grit on the other side. And this is awesome. Really enjoyed these buffer blocks. I've said it in my other videos. So this really helps so that the gel could adhere on top of the acrylic because it buffs your nails but still etches them at the same time. So it's great. So here I'm using a little dust brush that I got from Amazon. It's considered like a dust brush, but it's just like a manicure brush in a circular form. And I'm just using some swipe to cleanse the nail. And now I'm just using Zulay's foil transfer gel on the ring finger. And I'm going to do like a French. And I'm going to make her cure it for about 30 seconds. I'm actually using Zulay's Galaxy foils. As you can see in the background, I'm going to use the orange part of it. Since she has orange nails, we thought that would go best. And this is my first time ever using foils, like ever. And I kind of messed up. As you can see, like when I took it off, it wasn't sticking to the nail as I thought. I used Kiara Sky's little silicone pen thingy, and then I even used my finger to like rub it in. I'm using like a little bit of alcohol to clean it up a little bit. I just go back in with some foil transfer gel to fill in any gaps that I might have missed. I make her cure it again for another 30 seconds, and then I'm just pressing it in one more time. So I do like how it came out. It was a process, a learning process, if I may. So here I am, I'm doing it again on the thumb, and I'm doing just a French, and I'm going to cure it yet again for like 30 seconds. To be honest, when I went back in, it didn't stick as well as I thought, and I'm like pressing it in, as you can see. So I don't know what I was doing wrong. I don't know if you saw that I like ripped it off, but when I did that, my best friend was like, "What are you, waxing my nails?" I'm like, no, I just seen in videos how they like rip it off like how I did, and I thought maybe it would work that way. Maybe like I was being too gentle or something. I don't know. It was my first time, and I think it came out pretty good. I end up adding some nail art. I use Kiara Sky's Gel Art paint in white canvas to outline the French that I did on both her ring finger and thumb, and it just made everything come together. It looks so cute, and here's where you see the candy corn vibes, if you get what I mean. I do use some alcohol to clean up any little imperfections. So on my brush I have a little bit of alcohol just to clean up and make the lines a little thinner. So one of the things that was really awesome was, since we had a orange background and then the transfer foil or nail foil transfer, whatever you want to call it, was like an orange color, it kind of really went with the background. So even though it's obviously like cracked and stuff, like it's imperfect, it still looks like on purpose. So it looks perfectly done, if that makes sense. So even if I messed up, it wouldn't really look messed up. So it would be like perfectly imperfect. Okay, so on the pinkies, I am doing a side swirl French. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but I am doing that on each pinky, and I'm curing it for 30 seconds. After that, I am using Kiara Sky's 24K chrome powder, and it is beautiful and mirror-like. I use Kiara Sky's dust brush to wipe away any extra powder that's on the nail. But guys, this looks gorgeous against this white background. So good. Then on the middle finger, I'm using the same top coat to add a little triangle in the middle of the middle finger. And here I'm just going to use the 24K chrome again, and it looks beautiful. And here I'm just using Kiara Sky's white canvas gel art to outline the little triangle. So I am going in with a little alcohol on my brush to thin out that white line, since I did go a little heavy-handed and I did the white line a little thick. So I'm just making a little bit more opaque and adding a little bit more chrome so I could just cure that real quick. Next, I'm going in with a dotting tool, and I did 2 dots right in the middle. I didn't like how the second dot looked a little too fat, so I used the smaller dotting tool, but then it wasn't centered, so I took that off, the smaller one, and then I put another little small dot. Next, I'm going in with Kiara Sky's non-wipe top coat, and this just makes everything pop. So this concludes doing my best friend's nails, and it came out so good. I hope you guys like to see a beginner try these things and like their real first impressions, because trust me, it was a lot of trial and error, but they came out amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please share if you'd like, and until next time, bye!